Despite the endless stream of garbage coming from Republican lawmakers, polling shows that Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is, in fact, incredibly popular, even in a Fox News poll. So now, of course, all of this is relative. She is popular for a Supreme Court nominee. Most times, Supreme Court nominees are not very popular. So, it's kind of a low bar here, especially now considering how divisive things have become. But this is still surprising and welcomed. So I'm going to show you some of these polls. I'm also going to show you later in this video that at this point, she's all but confirmed as the one person you may think has the potential to sink her, has come out to support her. So I'll show you their message, their tweet about that shortly. First here, before I even get to these polls, I want to make clear here that, polling should not be the guiding factor for lawmakers, but they can be useful in showing the public and showing how the public feels about various issues, especially if the result differs from what you may expect. So I just point that out to say, there are certain issues that may not have a plurality of support, like, for example, because of all the media hoopla right now around trans rights, around there being a push against the rights of trans individuals. I'm not sure what the polling is right now on some of these issues, but I bet if you poll some people on trans rights, a lot of people would be against it simply because of the media they're consuming. So just because, polling may show that, it doesn't mean they're correct in their assessment, which is why I say polling should not be the guiding factor for, policymaking. But it is one of the figures you can point to at least show how the public may feel about an issue. And then we can, decipher why they may feel about that issue, depending on, whether it's the media they're consuming, whether it's what they have, researched themselves. But now let's get to the polling here. So Fox News first. Let's start with this one. A 56% majority would vote to confirm her, the highest of any nominee since the question was first asked on a Fox News poll in 2005. The next closest was Justice Sonia Sotomayor, nominated by former President Obama, when 53% said they would vote to confirm her in July 2009. So taking a look here, it's pretty clear. Jackson at 56% yes. And then you compare that to some others. As mentioned there, Sonia Sotomayor, 53%. It is kind of interesting that the two most liberal justices are the most popular ones in a Fox News poll. Goes to show you that maybe the public isn't as conservative as the media tries to claim they are. But Coney Barrett only had 50% support. Kavanaugh was down at 40%, and for good reason, and Gorsuch at 45%. And the breakdown even further, those most likely to approve Jackson to sit on the high court are Democrats, 87% yes, Black voters, 85%, Hispanic voters, 70%, urban voters, 69%, seniors, 61%, and suburban women, 60%. So, a good result here from a Fox News poll. Now, let's get to Gallup, which has a very similar result. Supreme Court nominee Jackson's support tied for the highest. So they say here 58% of Americans say Senate should confirm Ketanji Brown Jackson. Only John Roberts had similar support among recent nominees. Republicans opposed nomination by 55 to 31%. So looking at the breakdown here, I'm not going to read through the entire thing, but you see here her support at 58%. John Roberts in 2005 was at 59%. Again, during a much less politically divisive time, even though, of course, still a divisive time. But considering where things are now, it's surprising to see support is this high for Ketanji Brown Jackson. And it's hard to know why. It could be because people are, doing the research, actually realize she is fantastic, has been a public defender, actually cares about people, actually focuses on, or has had a focus on rehabilitation over simply retribution. So, a well-rounded, human rights-oriented judge here, at least as much as a judge can be. So maybe that's why, but it's impossible to know. I think most people don't even know who these people are. Like, I'm actually surprised the no opinion here is as low as 12%. I would assume it's a little higher. And some of the other ones, they are much higher. So for whatever reason, there's been a lot more attention right now on Ketanji Brown Jackson, and I guess it's been largely positive. But yeah, some other similar numbers here. No one really comes anywhere near Roberts and Jackson on this list. Now, quick breakdown here from 538, as there has been several polls on this. So they say here, for weeks now, anywhere from a plurality to a majority of Americans have said that they support confirming Jackson. No polls have been conducted entirely after the start of the confirmation hearings, but 9 different polls have found plurality support for Jackson's confirmation since Jackson was announced as the nominee, and 5 more have found majority support for it. So you can, pause the video here, look at these numbers. This is, as they say there, either plurality support or majority support. Regardless, more people support her than don't support her. Good to see that from a nominee here who is actually fantastic. Now, this is why I say she is all but confirmed, as Joe Manchin has come out to confirm that he will confirm her. So he writes here saying, after meeting with Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, considering her record and closely monitoring her testimony and questioning before the Senate Judiciary Committee this week, I have determined I intend to vote for her nomination to serve on the Supreme Court. My full statement. So there you go. This is the one clear upside to having a Democratic majority, even if a lot of legislation does not get through. Manchin, of course, has blocked a ton of what otherwise would be fantastic progress, especially in terms of the Build Back Better bill. Him and Sinema, the main barriers there. But when you have a majority in the Senate, you usually get this result. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to have Democrats, defy their own party's president in a Supreme Court nominee. So it's good to see, just some clarification here or some clarity here to, put people's minds at ease that she will, in fact, become a Supreme Court justice. Great to see and well-deserved.